guys. I haven't posted in a while. I have made some content from the last two events, Pan Am and the Noki event. Reason I haven't posted anything is we unfortunately had some problems with Brianna's car the last two events. So Pan Am's, we ended up losing our first motor in 4 years, which I took with the good with the bad. We've had failure in the past, but not anything catastrophic where we're losing a whole motor. So I took the good with the bad at that point. My all-wheel drive car, we ended up hurting the motor on that. So I do have content for it. When I get some time, maybe I'll put something together. We ended up getting Brianna's car ready for the Nopi event, and we went down. We took the 6-hour trip to Maryland. We got there, set up. I said, screw it, let's test. It was a brand new motor, brand new trans, and of course the ball was not in our court. We had bad luck. We had a tranny problem. So I moved forward with that. We ended up taking our first test pass, and unfortunately we dropped the valve and we lost another motor. So at that point I was super discouraged. I told Brianna, I said, listen, we're just gonna pack it up. We gotta get out of here. Like, I can't be around this stuff. And that is pretty much what happened in a nutshell. When stuff like that happens on a brand new motor, it's super stressful. So I just left it at that. That being said, I also haven't been posting like any of my customers' cars or anything like that because I was in the process of preparing everything after Pan Am to continue moving. So we finally made the big jump to Florida. We secured a house about 2.5 months ago down here. The house suits us. It's got a nice garage, as you can see. So the last couple weeks I've been down here. This would be my 3rd week. Brianna, this is her 1st week down here because she needed to take care of some stuff at the Pennsylvania house too. So I still have the house up in Pennsylvania. I do have all my clientele up there still. I told everybody if I get a decent amount of cars, I have a very good relationship with the shop I used to work at. I could always navigate, and essentially take care of my customers up there. This house suits us, like I was saying. I've been busting my ass in here along with my brothers the last couple of weeks, just trying to get it somewhat set up. It's still really unorganized. I'm still running wiring for everything. One of my big goals was to get the lift set up, just so me working on the floor, I can't stand it. So the lift was a must for me. So I ended up pulling the trigger on something and grabbed it last week, and we just installed it yesterday. So now I have a lift. I gotta run some wiring for my welders and stuff, and then I will be essentially back up and running for customer work, which, again, now I'm in Florida. A lot of people know us, but a lot of people don't know us. So I'm trying to essentially expand out here and start building clientele, just so I can start getting back in the groove of things. This is one of my good friend's cars from Pennsylvania. Actually, he moved down to Florida about 5.5 years ago, almost 6 years ago, and we essentially linked back up, and he was looking for somebody to essentially build his car for him. So this is going to be the first new build for Florida on the channel. It's getting a turbo kit, some cams, a few other odds and end things, but it's going to be a nice fun street car. It'll be good content for the channel, to get back in the groove of things, give you guys what everybody's been asking for, more content, which is super hard. Now that I'm down here, I pretty much work with my brothers. We have a transporting business, so I should have more essentially getaway time. Back in Pennsylvania, I was working a regular 9 to 5, and then I would do all my side stuff either on the weekends or at night at the shop that I was working for. So now that I essentially got my own setup, I should be able to maneuver and navigate, a lot different, more at my own pace. I don't really have to, not so much rush, but get it done in a timely manner, just because, again, it wasn't my space to occupy all the time. So I would always need to make sure that the cars were done in a timely manner, just so they weren't getting in the way of, everyday work that was coming into the shop. Our next event for both cars, actually, the all-wheel drive car and Brianna's sport front car, would be FL2K. I believe we're almost like 4 weeks out, I believe. Now that I'm down here, we're located in Lake Wales, which is pretty much Central Florida. We're not far from Bradenton, about an hour and a half. Orlando Speedway, about an hour and a half. JBR Engines, I built a very good relationship with Jason Jose. So now they're going to be strictly doing my machine work and stuff down here for most of my engine programs, just because Miller Engines, is back in Pennsylvania. For me to ship stuff is just not ideal. I still do use Matt. He just actually did another motor for my all-motor car. So I have that I got to do some testing with, might get some footage of that, and everything for Brianna's car got dropped off at JBR Engines. I got to get another sleeve block done. I got to get 2 more heads done. A lot of carnage. Now that I'm also down here, Mark from GP1 is going to help me out with both of her trannies. Just go through them, see if there's anything that I was missing. More or less just make sure that FL2K is not going to be like the last 2 events, because like I said, very discouraging. So much money wasted, guys. It was a brand new motor, so I just didn't know how to process it. It has happened in my M1 car. It's not fun. It sucks. It is. There's no other way to really explain it. It just completely sucks. But like I said, I just want to jump on and just pretty much give some feedback on what exactly is going on, and why I haven't posted and stuff like that. Hopefully I can get back on track with things, and I'll get footage getting her car ready for FL2K, getting my all-wheel drive car back together. There was a lot of changes with this car. I'm actually putting a K24 in it now. I have secured the block already. I'm waiting for some other parts to come in the mail. JBR has a head for the car that's just getting some brief resurface and just basic maintenance on it. But I'll get some footage of both cars being ready. Brandon's car will be going in the sport front class for that, and my all-wheel drive car is going to the stick-shift class, which I think how it works, because they end up having so many cars that they end up splitting the class into 3 separate tiers, faster, mid-range, and then the slower ones. So that should be interesting. It should be something different. I'm still gonna put my little brother Nick in the car. We did get both cars into World Cup. That was some big news. Like, my car I knew we were good with, so I registered. So Nick will be racing my M1 car for World Cup for his first year, which I'm sure he's excited, because that's a big event, badass event. Brianna ended up getting chosen on the second round out of 15 cars to race in the sport front class, which is really big, because again, there was only a 15 car count that was allowed in, so she was one of those 15, so we got lucky there. So I just want to make sure that we have a backup motor, a backup tranny, everything. I want to just make sure everything's at A1, just so if we have any type of issues, we can still fix the car at the track and then get it going at the track. Going to events without backup motors or backup trannies with Brianna's car is not an option anymore. I've made my decision with that. It just sucks. Like Pan Am's, we were doing good, and then we end up losing a motor Saturday night, and I'm like sitting there like, well, this sucks. Normally I have something with me, and I didn't have anything with me just between the house change and the parts, you know, getting stuff done to the machine shop, there wasn't enough time. So that's what I'm trying to avoid now. I really want to make sure that Brianna has a complete backup motor and a backup tranny with us at all times whenever we're doing any race events at the track. So that's the game plan. Like I said, this will be the first car that you guys will see on the channel. And then you're gonna start seeing more of Brianna's car getting back on the channel, and my all-wheel drive car, my M1 car. I got some plans for that. Hopefully we go faster at the next event, which is World Cup for us. They'll be testing in between that. And that's pretty much it. I want to get Brianna. If I have some time, I would like to do something with Brianna and get her some seat time actually in my car, just not for anything competitive, just more or less for getting her more used to like shift lights and getting more aggressive at the light. So I'm thinking I'm gonna put more of like a stock piston and rod motor, or not even stock, but like a piston and rod motor, and put it in my M1 car and just get her some seat time in there. That car is like very similar setup inside. I mean, other than not having a parachute, my car and her car pretty much set up very similar inside. So it'll be good for her to get some practice. Like I said, we're very close to Orlando Speedway and Bradenton Motorsports, so it won't hurt us to actually, you know, go to one of their track rentals and take the full day of testing. You know, it'd be good. Get her ready and more competitive for FL2K. So that being said, guys, I appreciate everybody subscribing. Like I said, I know it's been real shitty with me not posting and stuff like that, and I apologize. Just like I said, it's been crazy since Pan Am's. It's been nonstop for me, trying to just juggle everything, get the house in Pennsylvania situated, and because we still own that house and stuff, so I got to make sure that house is taken care of while we're not there. And, you know, moving into this new house in Florida, you know, getting the garage set up on how I would like it to be set up. It's just, there's a lot of stuff that more or less I wanted to try and settle before I started jumping back on and making videos and making content. So a little bit of a boring video, guys, but I will just do a quick little tour of the shop, which is not anything too crazy as far as, you know, I just want to show you what's in it, and I'll do a little walk around of the house, and that's pretty much it. So let me get you guys off the stand, and I'll do a little video. So this is shop. That's my little brother's all-wheel drive car. We're gonna see what we can do over the winter with that car. Try and get it back running. Of course, my car, like I said, customer's car and my all-wheel drive car. So, I mean, the shop is big. I'm very grateful that we fell into finding the house, and everything worked out. It's got pretty decent yard. The driveway is insane. it's every bit of you know, like being at the racetrack. I could do 60-foot testing with this driveway and not have any issues. It's crazy. But real nice house. Yard area is nice and quiet. There's a lot of old timers that live in the area, and nobody bothers anybody. Keep their stuff to themselves. But like I said, this is a little, you know, tour of the garage and stuff, and what we're going to be doing and trying to get back into things. And again, I appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. I appreciate everybody, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.